Stay tuned for a meeting of the City of Calabasas Commission. The meeting will be broadcast using Zoom and the city's CTV Channel 3. Commission members may teleconference into the meeting without noticing or posting an agenda at their teleconference location. Besides the live TV and Zoom broadcast, the live stream of the meeting may be viewed online at cityofcalabasas.com/CTV Live. If you want to provide public comment, press raise hand if you're using Zoom or *9 if you're joining by phone. Just unmute yourself by pressing *6. Say your name and the city you live in. You'll be allowed 3 minutes to address the commission regarding any item within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. If the power or internet goes out lasting more than 15 minutes, or if there's some event that prevents the commission from meeting or prevents you from providing public comment, then the meeting will be adjourned. Any items noticed as public hearings will be rescheduled to the next regular commission meeting. Any other agenda items the commission has not taken action on will be placed on a future agenda. Now, a meeting of the City of Calabasas Commission.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us on this very exciting commission evening. First, we are going to call the meeting to order, and we will do a roll call of the commissioners. David Cohen.
Present.
Beth Jagatani.
Present.
Whitney Schwartz. Andy Schrader. Lux Hanley.
Present.
Noah Shapiro.
Present.
Fantastic. Okay, this evening I am going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So if everyone could please stand and put your hand over your heart, and there will be a flag on the screen. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so first order of business is approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Thank
I
you.
second that.
Thank you, Beth. Okay, vote to approve the agenda. David,
Aye.
Beth,
Aye.
and I also say aye. Lux and Noah.
Aye.
Fantastic. Okay, next order of business is the approval of the meeting summary minutes from the November 1st meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
I move to approve the meeting summary from the November 1st meeting.
Thank you. Second?
I second that.
Thank you, Beth. Okay, then once again, vote. David,
Aye.
Beth,
Aye.
Lux,
Aye.
and Noah.
Aye.
Fantastic.
JC,
Oh.
just a point of procedure, student members don't vote, sorry.
Okay, well, we included them this time, so thank you.
But JC, you should be voting also, by the way.
I am voting yes, aye, on the agenda and the minutes. Okay, next order of business is our mission statement, and we've asked Beth to read that this evening.
Yes, it's tradition and history, but it's good to know what our mission is. The mission of the Environmental Commission of the City of Calabasas is to advise the City Council regarding the stewardship of our environment as it affects the character of the community and quality of life of our residents. We strive to balance those elements that influence the degree to which our community sustains its social, economic, and physical environment while maintaining and enhancing our natural and cultural resources.
Thank you, Beth. Okay, at this time, we will have any public comment on any items not on the agenda this evening. Are there any hands? I don't see any. Okay, so there's no public comment on anything off the agenda. So we will move on to our basic agenda for the evening. First up is commissioners' comments. If you have a comment, commissioners,
JC,
please raise your hand. Yes.
Sorry, so someone just texted me that they were trying to raise their hand. I don't know.
Yeah, we have.
I believe it's
hand,
Victoria Charles.
I'm so sorry, Victoria. I did not see that at first. Please go ahead. Unmute. You have 3 minutes.
First of all, it's not me. I was raising my hand for two of the other students. So go ahead and raise your hand. Valentina and Shai. We weren't sure how this platform was working. Sorry, because we don't see ourselves on the screen and we don't see where to mute or show our video.
Okay, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Shai Adams, and I'm joined with Valentina Garcia Charles. We are both seniors in the Los Virgenes Unified School District, and we are the co-presidents of the Climate Action Leadership Program, also known as CALP. CALP is a youth-based program mentored by Professor Victoria Charles and sustainability consultant Laurel Joe from Blue Sphere Partners. The team's goal is to teach leadership and decision-making through the lens of sustainability, all while making meaningful change in our community. Last year, we created a sustainability report on the school district, assessing the district's environmental impacts on waste, water, and energy, and outlining key areas where progress can and should be made.
This year, we've taken up new initiative. Wait, am I echoing? Wait, put it on mute. Sorry. This year, we've taken up new initiatives. Our most recent was canvassing in support of Measure S.
Sorry, can you speak to the microphone? We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You seem far away from the microphone, Valentina.
Okay, I think she's having some technical problems. I can finish her part. So
Great.
she's trying to say that this year we've taken up new initiatives. Our most recent was canvassing in support of Measure S. We worked with the organizers of the Yes on S campaign, which would improve our schools in a number of ways, many of which involve reducing greenhouse gas emissions. We have also been focused on earning the California Green Ribbon Award, which recognizes school districts for sustainable practices. This could even potentially catapult LUSD beyond state recognition and could earn it federal recognition from Washington, D.C. To accomplish this goal, we have met with officials from the state of California to go over the processes and work that must be completed, and we're very excited to write the application so our great school district can be recognized as a leader in sustainability. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shai and Valentina and Victoria. Are there any other hands or other members of the public that wish to make a public comment on an item not on the agenda? Okay, I don't see any other hands. So we're going to close public comment on non-agenda items for the moment. We will move on to the commission agenda for this evening, and we begin with commissioners' comments. If any of the commissioners have a comment, can you please raise your hand so I can call on you? David.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for the public comment. I look forward to learning more about that organization, and I apologize that this is all difficult. I apologize to the public comment people and also to all the students, all the award winners who will be present today. This is a lot more fun and a lot easier when we're all in person, and hopefully, COVID won't be too bad, and we'll all get to be in person again this next year. But thank you for bearing with us, and the city does as good a job as really as possible. And thank you to the staff for all of that. Couple of quick things. I appreciate the mention of Measure S, which did pass, and I think it's wonderful for our schools and for our city. I appreciate everybody's efforts to get that passed. And I think that there's a lot of environmental impacts that we'll see at our schools. So I applaud everyone who worked hard on that. I also wanted to thank those people that joined us we were able to organize a tour of the wildlife crossing. That went really well. And I hope to be able to do other basically field trips. We're so fortunate to have the Santa Monica Mountains and so much nature all around us. So if there are things that other people in our community would like to take part in, tours of the water district or other things like that, please do reach out to us at the Environmental Commission and let us be working with the community in those efforts. With regard to priorities, just want everyone to know that the City Council has made it a priority to work on climate action, and we're very excited. There's some consultants that met with us at our last meeting, and I encourage everyone to go back and watch their presentation, excellent presentation, and please do join in our efforts to be involved in the climate action efforts that are going to be forthcoming with the city. I also just want to mention for everybody who's on right now, who might not be on later, that there is a environmental forum scheduled at Founders Hall February 23rd, and I hope everyone could plan to join that. The theme is, I don't have it written right here, but it's converting gardens and yards in this era of water scarcity. So please do try to attend and join us for that. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Okay, Lux.
So I just, based off what David was saying about Measure S, since Noah and I and David as well, we met with the administrators of Calabasas High, and a lot of our proposals kind of were based on if Measure S would get approved, because they needed that funding for solar panels or like other hydration stations. So I would like to schedule another meeting with the administrators soon to like talk about how Measure S can help us get those proposals in action on campus. And then also I attended the Mayor Mauer's farewell address, and Beth, JC, and I were able to go on stage and present a plaque to Mayor Mauer. And I was also there in support of the mayor as part of the Mayor's Youth Council.
Thank you, Lux. Beth or Noah, comments?
I'll save most of mine to the subcommittee reports, but welcome to everyone who's joining. It's nice to have you all here.
Great. Noah?
Yeah, I'll go quick. So I was talking with Miss Foley, and we were talking about the selling of succulents at the public forum this year. And I was wondering about how many people we expect to come. And then also about like the size that we think would be best to sell there.
Well,
Okay.
we are still not sure if the meeting is going to be in person or not. We are going to get directions from the city council. If it's in person, normally in the past we have had between 80 to 180 people attending. So it depends on the size, but the capacity is about 200 people.
Okay, and then one more thing. I was talking with the stand, and we're gonna try and get a fundraising date for Roots and Shoots towards like the middle of January about. So when I get that flyer, I was just wondering if we could promote it through like the city to raise money.
Right, please send it to us. We will distribute it accordingly. Yes.
Thank you, Noah. I will close out comments by just saying we did go to the mayor's State of the City address. It was very inspiring. It was great to have an opportunity to see everyone celebrate Mayor Mauer. Thank you to Beth and Lux for getting up on that stage and presenting as a group with me. And it was very inspiring. And I just want to say that her accomplishments have been numerous for us, but her priorities on environmental issues are second to none, and we will miss her. So I just wanted to make sure that that was said again. All right, thank you all for your comments and for your hard work. And now we are lucky to have Beth, who is going to handle our second agenda item, which is the recognition of the winners of our calendar contest, and the reason why so many of you have joined us tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to Beth.
Welcome, everyone. Alex is going to do an introduction about how many entries we had and more of the specifics of the history of this contest, and then I will recognize you all.
Thank you for the opportunity. Before I start, I just want to make sure that among the attendees, if there is any student, any winner, please raise your hand so Alba can promote you as a panelist. We see Mila as on the list of attendees, so please do so. We started the recycling drying contest in 2005, and we started with a limited number of entries. At this time, this year, we had the highest number of entries, 1,675, and the Environmental Commission appointed a subcommittee to screen them to a manageable size so the commission could select the 14 winners. So it was a very hard decision for everyone to select the 14 winners, but we finally got to that point, and the 14 winners, most of them are here tonight. Every student, every winner will receive a $25 gift certificate from Barnes & Noble. You need to stop by the City Hall after tomorrow or from tomorrow and claim your own gift certificate. Please go to the reception desk and ask for the Public Works desk, and claim your $25 gift certificate. As you have already noticed, 5,000 copies of the calendar has been distributed to all schools, city facilities, major supermarkets. And if you need more copies, please stop by at any of these locations to pick up additional copies. And that concludes my summary. Beth?
Thank you, Alex. So yes, we met at the City Hall, and we went through all of the entries looking for what best fit the theme of the contest this year, which was reusing. So we're used to, sorry, one second. We're used to the typical reduce, reuse, recycle, but we really wanted to focus on the element of reusing so we don't waste as much. And if we can limit that, then we can really start some positive changes when we were going through. So our first winner that we picked for January was Claire Balthrop from AE Wright. And is Claire here? She wasn't here earlier. She's still not here, I don't think. But let's put her artwork up on the screen, and you can see how she's talking about composting, which was really exciting to us. This is something that we can do in Calabasas by taking our like banana peels or apples or things like that and putting them in our green bin instead of into landfills. So
Alba,
that's why.
Share your PowerPoint.
There you go. That's just so beautiful. And every bit helps. So whoever can do that. And we use that as it's fertilizer for plants rather than making more waste and space in a landfill. So congratulations, Claire. Lovely drawing. Then we went to Luciana, who I think you go by Lucy. And we loved your drawing because you start with a plastic water bottle, but you're not saying that's the only life. It had more. You talk about plastic bags and cardboard and all these other things that we can reuse. So I can reduce waste by reusing those items and making other things out of them. So Lucy, do you want to go ahead and read whatever you want to share with us tonight?
Hi. I am Lucy Fisher, and I'm the February winner of the 2022 Recycling Drawing Contest. I have always been passionate about recycling everywhere, whether at home or school. When I get hot lunch at school, I always make sure to put my cardboard tray in the recycling and try to remind others to do the same. Even the smallest act against pollution can make a big difference. I also reuse a lot too. I love making gifts for others, and 90% of my gifts have cardboard in them. Where does that cardboard come from? Old boxes I find lying around. And when we go to stores and get bags, my family will always save them to reuse later. As long as everybody does their part in helping our environment, we will have a happy earth. So make sure you reduce, reuse, refuse, and recycle. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. And does your teacher here, do you know if she's logged in? Does she want to speak? I don't know. I lost the list of who was here, but we'll do that at the end. If any of the teachers are here, we can have them all speak. But lovely work, Lucy. And I love how you lead by example too. Keep that up, okay? Okay, our March winner is Eliana Whitco, and her teacher is Miss Horn. So I believe she's in first grade at Bay Laurel Elementary. And what you said that grabbed us was talking about using both sides of the paper. And so it's not done. You can always draft on it. You can practice. You can do anything on the front and back. Little things like that make a big difference. So Eliana, let's give you your chance to share your thoughts with us.
Liana, you need to unmute. Okay.
I'm Eliana, and to help save the environment, I use paper on both sides to save trees, and animals can have more homes.
Thank you so much. And that's great that you're thinking about the effect on the animals. And we live so close to the Santa Monica Mountains. So what we do matters a lot where we live. So keep it up. Thank you. All right. Our next winner is a second grader from Lupin Hill. So Alyssa Z. Lynn did reduce, which was the theme, as words going down the side, and then all these details about ways we can do. Don't throw it out, use it again. And it was beautiful how you mentioned having empathy, which is a big word there. So Alyssa, why don't you go ahead and share your thoughts with us?
Go ahead. I help my school and keep it clean. I throw away my trash and milk cart in the recycle bin. I pick up trash that people leave, and either I recycle or throw it in trash. I recycle boxes or whatever is recyclable. Once I made a little mailbox for my room out of a box. That's how I recycle.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. You should be really proud. Okay, our next winner is a sixth grader from A.E. Wright, and Ms. Herrera is the teacher, so Noemi Dysart. The details in this drawing were lovely and practical uses. So go ahead, Noemi, and share your thoughts with us, please.
Okay. Hi, my name is Noemi Dysart. My recycling poster is about reusing things that you wouldn't normally think to use again. For example, after you read your newspaper, you probably just recycle it, which is good, but you can also use newspapers for so many more things. You can use them under an art project and it becomes very useful. Also, all the cardboard boxes that you get in the mail can be used for many purposes. You could build a fort and the possibilities are endless for that. You can also reuse your mason jars as a vase for flowers or storage containers for food. This helps the environment a lot because you won't be throwing away your mason jars. Tissue boxes can also hold flowers and make your bathroom look nice.
Great. So let's take a look at that. Wow, right? I didn't know that one about the tissues. I might try that out. And as we all get boxes for holiday shopping, we can make really big forts over winter break, I think, if we keep those. So thank you, Noemi. Okay, our June winner is a kindergartner from Lupin Hill, Madison. Keep our oceans clean, drink from reusable water bottles. And this is something that sometimes people forget to do. It's better for you and it's better for the environment. So we're glad you mentioned that. Madison, why don't you go ahead and speak?
Hi, my name is Madison Grace Harris.
Louder.
Hi, my name is Madison Grace Harris. I thank you for picking my drawing. At my school, we usually bottles and reusable lunch boxes, reusable paper and plastic, and clean and keep our beaches clean.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
You did so well speaking. I see the calendar behind you too. So that's exciting to see it in your house. Yes, and it does help. Every reusable water bottle is one less thing that can get into the oceans and affect the animals. So good point. Congratulations, Madison. Our next winner is a 6th grader from AE Wright. Miss Herrera is the teacher as well, Skylar Hill. So this drawing is very detailed and beautiful. And let's go ahead and go to Skylar. We'll let you speak on it and then we'll put it up.
Okay. Hi, I'm Skylar Hill, and I recycle at my school every day. I do it mostly by always putting my food wrappers or bags in the trash, or sometimes recycling and picking up other people's trash or recycled that I find on the ground or anywhere else. In the classroom, I'm always conscious of the recycling bin and making sure that whenever there is trash or recycle at all in the room, I put it in the bin. In my community, I take out the trash and recycle every day. I use reusable water bottles and draw both sides of the paper when making art. These are many ways that I help my community and recycle at my school.
Cool. I love the paper towel holder in the middle. Have you ever done that, Skylar, or how'd you have that idea?
I've never done it before. I just thought of it. So
I love it. It's so great that you have this platform to share these ideas because I think someone will try that out soon. If not someone else, I will. So congratulations. Thank you for your work. Okay, so that brings us to August, which is Mila Rubel from Bay Laurel, and her teacher's Miss Savage. She's a 3rd grader. So she says reduce, reuse, recycle at the top, but it's really when you take a closer look that we were really impressed with the compost, getting back into those trees, the compost bin, and then all the little details in that tree. So Mila, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your drawing and some thoughts.
Hi, my name is Mila Rubel. I'm a 3rd grader at Bay Laurel Elementary School in Miss Savage's class. I try to recycle any chance I could at home and at school. My older brother started the Student Battery Recycling Company, which collects used batteries to be recycled correctly. They have collection containers at every school in LVUSD. I like to help them with it by collecting the used batteries at my school and encouraging everyone to recycle their used batteries into special bins at their school office. Thank you for choosing me as a contest winner.
Congratulations, Mila. It's great. So is one of these bins for the batteries too? It could be.
No.
Well, it's good to remember that because we cannot put batteries in the landfill. It can seep, and so that's not good. Good job to your brother too. Very good work. We're proud of you, Mila. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then our next winner for September is Veronica Sarah Keeney from Lupin Hill, and her teacher's Miss Wurtzel. And when we got this drawing in, it was in 3-dimension. Those bottle caps were real. So it was quite impressive to see it in person. Veronica, why don't you go ahead and speak on your drawing and thoughts?
We could verify. I do not think she's joining us. She was able to join us, but if you are on the list, raise your hand. I don't see her.
Okay. Well, what we really liked was just the idea of using it for art, which is, or for jewelry, something different, metal and stuff. They also sometimes collect them for fundraisers, which is good too. So congratulations, Veronica, wherever you are. And our next winner, October, this one's so happy. Kimia Farmani from Bay Laurel, and her teacher's Miss Lamont, so she is a 2nd grader. Kimia, do you want to go ahead and speak about your drawing and your thoughts?
Picture. There you go. Yeah. Yes.
My name is Kimia Farmani, and I am 7 years old. I am in 2nd grade at Bay Laurel Elementary. My family recycles plastic bottles, but there are many other ways to recycle. My favorite is to reuse items. My mom will throw away. For example, I collect cereal boxes to build castles for my dolls, or to draw Minecraft pictures on them. I use toilet paper rolls to make art or to make slides for my dolls. We donate clothes that doesn't fit, but my mom lets me keep socks, old socks to make clothes for my Barbie dolls. I save the plastic
Containers.
that my cookies come in. Use them to store my little toys, and I use them the lid as a frisbee. I also like I also like to draw on used printer paper or mail that will be thrown away. It's easy and fun to recycle by using old items to get creative.
Wow, Kimia, you're a natural environmentalist. You have so many ways that you're reusing. That's very exciting. And this is just one of the many ways that clearly you reuse. So sweet. So congratulations, keep it up. You are doing all the right things, Kimia. Very good work. All right, we're almost done. So we're on to November. This is Oliver from Lupin Hill and his teacher's Miss Kurzega. So Oliver McClure. Cool dudes reuse. Trash is last. That's what really grabbed us is think and think and think before you put it in the trash. Is there another use for it or better place for it? So Oliver, can you come on and speak, please?
My name is Oliver McClure. I am in first grade at Lupin Hill School. We use lots of paper for out and writing, so it's important for every class to have a recycling bin. We were about to start a new food waste program at lunchtime. I'm proud Lupin Hill takes recycling seriously.
That is great. Good to hear all the ways that Lupin Hill is helping the environment and you as well. So congratulations, Oliver. Keep it up. Our next winner is for December, a third grader, Ivanka Lishik from Lupin. And simple acts, big impact. If everyone does these little things, we can really make a big impact. So good choice of words there. Ivanka, do you want to speak?
Hi, my name is Ivanka Lishik. I'm doing my best to protect our planet by recycling, reusing, and reducing. I'm reusing different materials by using them for my crafts projects. I always separate trash so that recyclable materials could be recycled. I'm reducing by limiting my shower time. Also, I do not let water run when I brush my teeth. I'm using reusable water bottle and cutlery when I'm at school. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivanka. And I see you added a bike as well. Why did you put the bike in there?
So we could reduce
driving our cars as much if possible. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to bike in Calabasas, but whenever we can, or if we're visiting other places and it's flat and safe, then it's always a good option. So thanks for putting that in there too. Congratulations, Ivanka.
Thank you.
All right, and then we have an informational page this year. So this one is in Spanish, but it's very clearly labeled about all the choices we can make in intelligent recycling. So Ava Cartman from AE Wright, are you on? Can you speak to your drawing?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome.
So hi, my name is Eva Cartman and I am an 8th grader at AE Wright. In my drawing, I showed different ways to recycle and reuse through throwing away different types of trash. It's important to throw trash in the correct trash bin because it ensures that we have a clean and safe environment for both the people and the animals in our community. By reusing, we avoid creating waste and instead we try to repurpose it. So in my home, we reuse by composting and converting leftover foods and scraps to use in our garden and for food for our backyard chickens and ducks. All in all, we love to reduce, reuse, and recycle in our own home to lower our harmful impact on the environment and create a cleaner community.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And your drawing was so clear and beautiful. But yeah, there is definitely a time with like the electronics and stuff, and like Mila's brother, safe ways to get rid of those. You just got to sort it out, and organic waste is, yeah, good for the environment as well. So congratulations, Eva, right? Not Ava, Eva. Thank you. And our cover winner is for 3rd grade, Amelia Binford from Chaparral. So Amelia, why don't you speak to your drawing and then we'll show it.
Unmute, please. Unmute.
Hello, my name is Amelia Binfred. In my 5 years of learning at Chaparral, I've tried my best to help the environment. Whenever I see anything on the ground like paper, milk cartons, or plastic, or recyclable trash not being put in the recycling bin, I will throw it away. I like doing lots of arts and crafts with things that might be thrown in the trash and reuse them as something new. For example, I like using shoe boxes to make little houses or to use normal boxes for forts. If there's ever any recyclable plastic, I put it in the recycling bin. Overall, I do it all I can in my power to help the environment in any way to help save the world.
Wow, so nice. I like your examples, and that's different than the one you drew. So you definitely understand the concept of reusing. So keep it up. Let's put your beautiful drawing up. There you go. It's stunning. It's really good. And an explicit use of reusing, which is what we're really trying to get across this year. So congratulations, Amelia. Congratulations to all the winners. And we do have some teachers here, and I saw one principal here. There might be others, so please raise your hand so we can have you speak to celebrate these awesome young environmentalists.
Dr. Duncan has raised her hand. And Angie Lamonte.
Dr. Duncan, I believe you may speak now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the City of Calabasas Environmental Commission for allowing this opportunity for our students to engage in this work. Just to let you know from the site perspective, our students are so excited every year when the recycling contest comes around, and they're elated when they're selected as winners. So thank you for the opportunity. Really proud of all of our Bay Laurel students here, as well as the rest of our LVUSD students who are represented. Congratulations to all of you. And I hope you continue to learn more about recycling and reducing and reusing, and that we get to do this every single year. It's a great activity for our students, and our teachers and students are all engaged with it. So thank you for the opportunity.
Hi there, Angie Lamont here. I just wanted to say congratulations to all the winners, especially to Kimia in my class. And I just want to thank everybody for sharing all their beautiful artwork and their inspiring ideas.
Thank you, Ms. Lamont. And Dr. Duncan, I see we have Mrs. Horn here too. Can she speak? And then David Cohen.
Hi, congratulations. I really love this contest. It's really fun to have my students participate. This is actually my third year that I've had a student. Congratulations to Eliana and to all of the other winners. It's always really wonderful to hear the students speak, and it's just amazing to see the wonderful artwork. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Horn. And while everyone is on here, before we go to David Cohen, the theme for next year is Know Your Bins. Just so you know, you can start thinking about that. Okay. Should we go to David then?
Thank you. I just wanted to congratulate everyone who won. And I also want to just take a moment to say that there are two students who are on this commission, the student representatives, Lux and Noah, who are at Calabasas High School. And we have had a number of student representatives who have been past winners of this contest. So for all of you from kindergarten all the way through middle school, you should consider remaining active and being involved. Noah mentioned the Roots and Shoots Club, and Lux mentioned involvement with Measure S. And there are so many opportunities as these kids get older. And a number of the kids that have been on this commission who have gone off to college, it's been a jumping board, a place to leap off for their majors, and it's been a wonderful experience. So I encourage everyone to remain active. There was in public comments, there were some comments about other organizations, so please do remain active. And for those teachers on, thank you so much. Lux and Noah were both on the subcommittee that helped winnow down as Alex said, there were over 1,400 pictures that were submitted, and a lot of them were very good. But these were really on point. These really got the message. So the teachers who are helping the students to understand, as Beth just said, there's knowing what know your bins is the theme for next year. So so keep teaching the kids about these themes, and thank you again.
I would like to mention to every winner, please come to the City Hall from tomorrow and go to the reception desk, or more appropriately, go to the Public Works counter and ask for your own gift certificate. They are available at the City Hall from 7:30 to 5:30 p.m. every day. So please stop by. Just for your information, 73 teachers participated in the contest this year, and they received a $50 gift certificate of their choice for every packet that they submitted. So we thank all teachers for their participation. The correct number of entries was 1,675, and this was the highest number since 17 or 18 years ago that we started the contest. So thank you to everyone for your participation.
Great. I just want to say that I'm so overwhelmingly proud of everyone, and this is just inspiring. And thank you all for joining us, for taking the time to provide such beautiful art, and for all of your speeches this evening. It was just really lovely. So thank you. And Beth, thank you very much for handling our MC work there. It was beautiful. Thank you.
One last point, all the statements that the students just read are going to be posted on City's website. If you have not sent your statement, please send it to Alba so we can post them on City's website tomorrow or after tomorrow.
And Alex and Alba, what section of the site? Will it be on the homepage, or will it be in a special place?
It's on the recycling contest page.
Okay.
We posted the calendar. Next to the calendar are going to be the students' statements.
Excellent. Thank you.
So students that came here tonight, you don't have to stay. I know that it's been a long night. You are free to go because we have other items on the agenda.
Thank you all so much, all of you. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is an update on city activities and projects, and I'm going to turn that over to Alex and Alba, and this is your opportunity to present.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. We have 2 projects ongoing that Alba is going to go into details and present them to the commission.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to provide this update for you. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the first project that I'll be discussing will be our Las Virgenes Creek Restoration Project Phase 3. The city has already completed 2 phases of this project. Phase 1 involved the replacement of a creek channel to natural creek bed with a soft bottom. And the second phase involved the removal of non-invasive species. Some failing retaining walls were within the creek as well. We also installed some fish pools to allow for future fish migration on the pool. We reduced some of the velocity from the water to minimize erosion along the banks. And did our best to kind of clean the creek out during this phase. During the third phase will involve it's 1.5 miles of creek from Agora Road all the way to the end of Lost Hills Road. And during phase 3, there were several areas that were discovered either during after storm events or after the Woodsley fire, where we discovered some of the eroded banks that were within the creek beds. And this is some of the images of the creek of the current states. And so this project will address this. We'll do the repairing of these banks. We also discovered new fish barriers that were within the creek that weren't visible previously. This is a couple of them. So some of the failing trees that are within the creek, and then this pipe that's there, pretty large one. We also have a lot more after we cleared some of those invasive trees as well. A lot more water flow was allowed, and then we discovered some of these areas that are prone with filled with sediment, so they're more prone to flooding. So phase 3 basically will address the clearing of all these outlets into the creek, installing riprap to prevent some further erosion on them, reduce sediments. There's also some eroded storm drain outlets, which we would install more riprap along the outlets of these drains to minimize erosion. So some of the key features of the project include the installation of riprap for approximately 25 outlets to ensure that erosion does not occur in front of these outlets, restoration and rehabilitation of the areas along the Las Virgenes Creek that were severely damaged by storms, bank stabilization, erosion control installation in order to reduce nutrient load in the creek. Building an extension of the lower natural trail will also be built in order to expand public access to another area to view the creek in a natural environment. And then in addition, we'll be building a crosswalk that will on Lost Hills Road for safe pedestrian access from the creek to De Anza Park. This is the proposed crosswalk that we have for this project. It'll have in-paving linings to increase a vision for any vehicles coming across, and then that would allow for connection between the East Las Virgenes Trail and West Las Virgenes Trail, along with safe passage to the De Anza. So if somebody wanted to come from, let's say, the Albertsons shopping center, they could technically walk throughout all the way to the trail and come to the park, which will be really nice. In addition, there's one missing link between the Don Wallace Trail and the Las Virgenes Trail that's under the passage on Agora. So we're proposing installing a new deck that will build that connection. The total cost estimate for the project is $3.6 million. The city staff has already secured 1.8 through grant funding through the North Santa Monica Integrated Regional Watershed Steering Committee. And then, so that's it for our phase 3. Our second project that will be presented is the City Green Street projects. Some of the key features for this project is we'll be installing bioswales, stormwater retention planners. There'll be new trails connecting the Upper Las Virgenes Road that will and connect into existing sidewalk and the Upper Las Virgenes Canyon open space trailhead, and installation of new trees and crosswalks. Once implemented, this project will help restore water quality, reduce runoff, increase water infiltration, and improve air quality. Currently, we've already implemented phase 1 of the citywide Green Street project, which would be with Malibu Hills Road. There we installed biofiltration medians where we redirected stormwater into the medians to help irrigate the trees that were planted within the medians, and that's working really well. Both of those medians are no longer being irrigated, so they've self-sustaining. The next phase will be the Upper Las Virgenes Road past Thousand Oaks, north of Thousand Oaks. In addition, we'll have a Green Street roundabout being built at the intersection of Las Virgenes and Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Mirror Road would be the next location, and then Calabasas Road. And I'll go into each location. So Upper Las Virgenes, we will be installing a trail, again, that will connect from the sidewalk on Las Virgenes all the way to the upper the trailhead that's on the north at the end of Las Virgenes Road. In addition, there will be areas where we'll have biofiltration, so we'll redirect stormwater. Currently there, it's an open space that's being used for parking. So we are constructing a whole parking area so it doesn't, minimize sediment going onto the street and storm drains. The second location would be Mirror Road, which we're doing something similar to what we did in Malibu Hills, but we're going to be installing some biofiltration medians at the center of Mirror Road with curb openings. So water will flow through the top of the median from the road surface of the road into the medians, again, to help irrigate those trees. And then we don't have to use potable water, recyclable water to irrigate the landscape. The third location would be Calabasas Road. Similar, we'll have stormwater that's usually goes directly into our catch basins. Instead, they would be redirected into a new planter biofiltration area to help with infiltration and to help irrigate the newly planted landscape and trees. The total project cost estimate is between 4 and 4.5 million. We've already secured from Measure M from Los Angeles Metropolitan Transportation Authority, a little over 2.9 million. And then we've also secured from Prop 1 round 1 from California Department of Water Resources, 536,336. City's general fund is about approximately $600,000 to complete the project. And that's the end of my presentation, unless anybody else has any questions.
Yes. Thank you, Alba. Yeah, do you want to call on people, Alba?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. David, I think, has his raise.
Yeah, first of all, Alba, thank you so much. I appreciated this. I'm wondering, there's just a couple of things this is just my ignorance, but what are rip wrap and bioswales?
So rip wrap is just basically rocks that are placed out at the very exit of the outlets. to help so it doesn't erode the like soil erodes really easily. So it's installed on top. So to help minimize the erosion of the when the water's flowing outside of the outlets.
Oh, cool.
And bioswales is basically just a soft bottom swell, which will you kind of maneuver the swell so you slow down through vegetation, you slow down runoff and allow for infiltration. So those are very, very common in green streets right now, especially where there's an open space nearby.
We need you to speak at the forum about this stuff. I've got, I see whenever we do get rain, you see a lot of runoff. And so thank you so much. This is, I love when I get to learn from you guys. So thank you.
No problem.
Just for your information, these structural best management practices are part of our permit requirements that was enforced or was implemented in 2012 and was extended again in 2019. So every jurisdiction, including City of Calabasas, has to come up with ideas and ways to reduce runoff, to improve water quality. And since we have done some improvements on creeks, the only other areas that we could find to do some structural best management practices were on public streets. So that's why we are looking into ideas and concepts to improve the streets, to beautify the street, at the same time meet the permit requirements. So we are glad that there are some funding available, and hopefully next year we will be out to bid, and we will ask contractors to bid on these projects. Hopefully we can break ground sometimes in 2023.
JC, you have a question?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Alex just answered it, but as far as phase 3, what's the timing on that for a start?
We are still doing a feasibility study, even though the design is fully completed. The feasibility study is funded through Major W's, about $300,000 through Los Angeles County Public Works Department. And as soon as the results of the feasibility study is released, then we will know whether we can get more funding from LA County or not, or from Major W. If not, we have already secured part of the funding, and we will be doing as much as we can with available funding. So we may do it in phases. So it all depends on the results of the feasibility study. Our design is, I would say, 80% ready to go, but we still have to secure regulatory permits from Army Corps of Engineers, Department of Fish and Wildlife, Regional Water Quality Control Board, and Los Angeles County Flood Control District. So we are working on those permits. I don't think the permits are going to be secured within the year of 2023. It's going to take probably more than that. Hopefully in 2024, we can break ground and do some work. And I'm hoping by that time we can secure more funding. But definitely, Green Street project is something we can start sometimes in 2023.
Okay, excellent. That's exactly the kind of information that was crucial to this discussion. So thank you so much. And thank you, Alba, for the presentation. Much appreciated.
No problem. Thank you all.
And Alba, I just wanted to say something on slide 24, where it shows the proposed crosswalk by De Anza Park.
Yes.
What does it still have to be advocated for, or how does that decision happen? Because as a parent of kids who play rec league sports, we're there a lot and it gets very busy. So on like another element, I see that that's connecting the trail, which is beautiful, but it's also beneficial just for the safety, because that parking lot is quite small and will always fill up. So when you're presenting that, I think that's something to consider as well, how used that park is.
Yes, we do have it's the plans, the construction plans for that crosswalk. It's already complete. So it's the location. It's unless we come across something in construction where it has to be moved, it's already been approved.
Oh, that's great. I think people in the city will really appreciate that for many reasons.
And there is plenty of parking on the east side of Los Hills Road, but because there is no safe passage, many people don't park on the other side. So as soon as this crosswalk is built with the flashing light, with the beacons and all that, and the striping, it will be safe to park on the east side of Los Hills Road, as well as the west side.
Yeah, and then they'll just be more likely to see the trailhead even on that side, because it's
That is
kind of hidden in De Anza Park, but that's quite inviting. I remember doing the tour with you there.
And then you can we can claim that this crosswalk creates connection between all the trails north of 101 freeway and all trails within the Santa Monica mountains. You can walk easily from Malibu to Simi Valley without using your car. You can either bike or walk or use a horse to go from Malibu all the way to Simi Valley.
That's amazing.
Okay. Thank you again. That was really eye-opening. Really much appreciated. Okay, so we are going to move on to item 4, which is discussion of the commission activities and overview of the subcommittee reports. Our first order on that item is a review of the nominations for the 2022 Carl Gibbs Environmental Award. Now, we had discussed, Alex and Alba, about having the people who made the nominations read the nominations. I don't know if we have those people with us to do that.
Whitney is here. She just couldn't speak. She can't speak. So if we can move her in. Do you see her at the city level? Do you see Whitney there?
I don't.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
I don't know if she fell off. Okay, so then probably won't work.
So the commissioners, David and Beth, you do have copies of the nomination forms?
Yeah. Do you want me to read one?
I can pull it up. Hold on one
I could read
second.
Whitney's.
Well, we have one
Whitney,
from,
if Whitney's off, can we try to send her an email again?
I just texted her.
yeah,
So-
we have 4 of them, and 2 of the people that submitted them are on the call. David is one, Alex is one. There's a person named Kim Jordan. I could do that one, and Beth, you could do Whitney's.
You got it.
And that way we're covered.
Yeah.
So in my order, I have first up Whitney's.
Right? Andy,
Yeah.
I can read it. Yeah. Okay, so Andy Schrader is the right this is Whitney's entry. So this is her voice I'm reading. Andy Schrader is the right candidate for the Carl Gibbs Award. Mr. Schrader is highly respected amongst his peers and his community. He is the Executive Director of Environmental Affairs, Health, and Sustainability Policy, and works for Councilmember Paul Koretz, City of Los Angeles. Andy advises the council member on issues related to the environment, climate change, water policy, technology, and sustainability, working to ensure the city can meet its present economic, environmental, and socio-political needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. He staffs the council member of the Energy and Environment Committee. In addition, Andy was awarded the Heal the Bay's 2011 Super Healer Award for his work on marine debris plastic waste issues. Mr. Schrader continues to make an impact wherever he goes, inspiring young adults to understand the environmental issues we face and how they can help. And not only is Andy doing important work at work, but he continues to support and educate community. Having Mr. Schrader on the Calabasas Environmental Commission is a great asset to the city.
Thank you, Beth. Okay, our next nomination came from Alex, and it's for Melina Watts.
Great. Thank you for the opportunity. I would like to nominate Melina Watts for this year's Carl Gibbs Environmental Excellence Award. Melina is a dedicated environmentalist that has spent over 20 years improving the Malibu Creek watershed by assisting various public and semi-public agencies, nonprofit organizations, and schools to better understand the ecosystem and protect wildlife, aquatic life, water quality of our rivers, creeks, and beaches. She is currently the North Santa Monica Bay Watershed Coordinator and has helped public agencies sharing this watershed look for grant funding to improve the watershed. Melina is also a writer. She has written many articles on environmental topics and one novel called Tree. Tree is a novel about the tree written from a unique point of view. The chief narrator is a tree. Tree uses magical realism as a key to access the interrelated emotional realities of many species that share one pristine valley in Topanga, California. Grass, birds, and other trees and animals come to life on the pages, while on the 19th century Mexican woman and one 20th century schoolboy, hearts opened by grief and loneliness, come to know one California live oak whose 229 years span the evolution of 4 human civilizations: Chumash, Spanish, Mexican, Yankees, and New Money Hollywood, which each leave their mark upon the landscape and upon tree. The author's obsessive botanical, scientific, and historical research gives substance to a word that feels both as real as last weekend's dust on hiking booth and on minds altering as a fully fledged mystical experience. One thing that I didn't have a space to put in the nomination form is that Melina is the author of Living Lightly Guide, the booklet that we keep distributing in our Earth Day celebrations and in our events. She also, after several years, when all printed copies were distributed, she created a website called Living Lightly Guide. So all that information is available on the website. I think she has done a lot in the past 20 years that I know of, 18 years of her activities, that she really deserves to be recognized as another leader in our region for her excellence in environmental achievements.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, our next nomination is from David, and it's for Dr. Julie Elsner.
Yeah. Julie served the Environmental Commission for 5 years, including as the Environmental Commission Chair. During her tenure, she accomplished a tremendous amount with the establishment of nearly a dozen new environmental subcommittees, significant work done on best practices within the EC, and significant growth in community involvement and participation as a result of her efforts. Some of the highlights of her work included working on anticoagulant rodenticide, electric vehicle charging stations, Calabasas waste management work, solar work, water conservation and utilization, creek and habitat cleanups, expanding city programs, including Earth Day, Arbor Day, and pumpkin festivals, and much more. I'm happy to speak more about her, but is that
okay?
Appropriate, or just to read what I wrote?
Okay, no, that's much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, our fourth and final is I will read it. I do not know this person, and I do not know the person who nominated, but it's Many Adias, and their recommendation included the following statement. Since moving into the unit in February of 2022, Mr. Adias has provided the office with a paper shred and recycle service. He has set up 2-compartment bin in the kitchen for recycle and landfill trash. The office is kept at 68 degrees and window blinds are now on all windows. Sensors have been installed on all light switches. And then it says the coffee maker, and it ends. So I'm not sure if it accidentally deleted part of it or what. But we appreciate Kim Jordan's submission. And that is the 4 nominations that we received for this year's award. So everybody had received these in advance and could read them. And so our job now is to vote on who we believe the award should go to. And it's for the commissioners to vote, and you can vote for 1 or more, and then we will create a tally and award the award in February, I believe at the February meeting, to the winner of our vote. So I'm going to start with David.
Wait,
since
should we discuss any of this beforehand, or are you just going to move right into a vote?
Yes, sure, go ahead. If you would like to make a statement before your vote, please do so. I think that's the way to do it. So go ahead.
Just in terms of point of procedure, you need to have a motion, then open it for discussion.
Well, isn't there already a motion that these people were nominated, Alex, or do we have to make a motion that these people be nominated?
For the minutes, we need to have a clear motion.
Okay, well, I will make a motion to vote on the nominations for the Carl Gibbs Award. And we can go to each commissioner who can make a comment. And if you would like to make your vote at that time, please do so. And then we'll go around and do the tally.
I
second the motion first, and then we'll move on.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
For
right, now-
discussion, yes, I think it's great that we have Manny Arias here, and I Googled him. He's a realtor in the region, and it's the first nomination we've gotten that isn't someone we all know, so it's exciting. But yes, these are not things that are necessarily of a significance that, is there any other way to acknowledge them other than the Carl Gibbs Award?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. We previously had a subcommittee that was involved with green businesses, and I think the city council was on board with that as well. And maybe Alex can give us some update on that. But I mean, that seems like it might be an appropriate nomination.
Green business. I like that idea.
For this individual. I mean, I certainly want to encourage businesses to be as green as possible. But I don't know that the Carl Gibbs Award is right. The way that Alex described Melina, I mean, she seems like a lifelong contributor, and I don't even remember her personally, but she's got my vote. I mean, I love it.
She shows up all the time, David, at the
if I saw her, I'm sure I would know her. Yeah. I mean, I have to. She sounds like a matriarch of our city. I mean, it seems like exactly who this award was meant for. But
and she just sponsored that full day of information and the tour of the creeks just about a week and a half ago. I wasn't able to attend. I was working.
The lunch. I went in the morning to her speech.
Yeah. So she's very dedicated.
I'm inspired. I mean, that's my point. Is I'm inspired without even remembering. And I'm sure if I see her, I would. But that's the contrast that I'm going to draw there. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with giving away 2 or 3 or 4. We've done that historically in the past, as I recall. But I would, rather than just saying that the business one doesn't qualify, I'm wondering if there's a way to instead kind of, if it doesn't win, whichever way, we're going to still vote. But if it doesn't win, to still encourage the author of the motion or of the nomination to maybe apply for the business award, which I think is a more. Alex, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a good idea. It's just basically a recognition. We can always invite other people to attend the Environmental Commission meeting, talk about their achievements, and present them with a certificate of recognition. That's always possible. But Environmental Excellence Award is really for somebody who has done exceptional work and has gone above and beyond the regular duties of someone.
Would we need to make a motion to have Manny get that Green Business Award at our meeting? How would we
not
do that?
necessarily. This motion is about Environmental Excellence Award. Carl gives award.
But when we go back to it later?
Yes, we can definitely consider that with a
Okay, I can remember
recognition
to do
letter and invite them to a future meeting.
So is it an open-ended nomination in terms of the Green Business Award? Is there a time frame, or is it open-ended?
It's open-ended. There is no time frame. Yes.
I think we probably need to revisit those awards, and because I mean, hopefully we start getting more businesses. But I mean, this may prompt us to start to go back and is that something that the Environmental Commission has been doing over the last few years, Alex?
We did a few. We recognized businesses that had achieved green objectives, and we gave them a recognition certificate. Yes.
I know
And
there was
Rudetta
a hair
Saxon.
salon,
Hair salon,
by Erewhon, I think, and
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, a few of them were recognized in the past. Yes.
Okay, does anyone else want to discuss any of the other nominations or make any comments? Okay, I was just looking to see if Whitney was on again. Let's just see. I do not see her. Okay, so let's move ahead and make our votes for the nomination that we would like to move forward for the award.
So let's make a new motion regarding who is going to be selected as the winner of this year's Carl Gibbs Environmental Excellence Award.
Okay, so I will make a motion to select this year's winner of the Carl Gibbs Environmental Excellence Award.
or winners.
Winner or winners, correct?
Can we do that where we message you, or are we doing it verbally?
We're doing it verbally unless anyone objects to that. How would you like to do? Would you like to do it in a private vote?
I would love to send it to you just because I'm all
Okay.
about peace and love and not,
Yes.
but
Okay, that's fine. So would you please send me your vote on private chat, and I will then tally the votes. I need a second on the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Remember, send it to just me. I don't see it, so, oh wait.
you should have received mine.
Hmm. Okay, I did receive yours.
Okay.
David?
All right, I just sent mine as well.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Alex for point of order. We have multiple votes. So do we pick majority winner?
No, you pick two-thirds is a majority. There's three of us that get to vote.
No, I'm saying multiple people. There are multiple people who got votes, is what I'm saying, not multiple voters. Multiple people got votes.
If you voted also.
I did.
So if you voted and Beth voted and I voted, and if any of the four people have two votes, then we vote for them. If any of them have one or fewer votes, they're out.
I just want to confirm with Alex that is indeed the process.
Well, the
Before I
right
say anything.
process, as we have done it in the past, we have 4 nominations. The right process is to take a vote for each nomination and then come up with a single person that gets the most vote.
No, that's not accurate.
One person?
It is accurate, yes.
Alex, we've had multiple winners in past years.
We did, but we have to do it one at a time. So if you want to select 2 people, it's fine, but you have to vote
one at a time.
One at a time, yes.
That makes sense. So JC, you could do that. You could go one by one and have us text you one, or I mean, you.
So I will. Okay, so I will say the name of the nominee, and you will tell me yay or nay on that vote on that nominee. And then, sorry, I'm just going back to my papers. And then I will tally from there. Okay. So once again, please use the private chat. We're going to start with nominee number 1, which is Andy Schrader. All right, let me make a little tally here. Hold on. Okay, second nomination is Melina Watts. Okay, third nomination is Dr. Julie Elginer. Okay, thank you. Hang on one second. My bad. Okay, and final nomination is Manny Arias. Okay, all votes have been recorded. And give me 1 second so I can tally them.
Yeah, for the minutes, we need to have the votes on each nomination.
The number of votes, the numbers,
Yes,
right?
number
Okay,
of votes for each one, each nomination. Yes.
in just the votes. Okay, so Andy Schrader's votes are 1 yes, 2 no's. Melina's are 3 yeses, 0 no's. Dr. Julie Elginer is 2 yeses, 1 no. And Manny Arias are 0 yeses and 3 no's.
Great. So we have 2 people who are selected to receive the award.
Yes, one person has 3 yeses, 1 person has 2 yeses, and 1 person has 1 yes, and then 0 yes. So
Okay, great.
the top 2 are Melina and Dr. Julie Elginer.
Great. Congratulations to both of them. So what I will do, I will send them a letter inviting them to come to the next Environmental Commission meeting in February. We are going to have a little ceremony to present them the award. Before that time, I will order the plaques. I will run it by the chair to make sure the wording is correct. And then we will order it, and then we present them the award. If by that time the meetings is still on Zoom, then I will ask the winners to attend or to come to the City Hall to take some pictures with the plaque and with the city logo. If the meeting is in person, there is no need for them to come later. They will take the photos during the meeting. And then we will post the photos on city's website.
Okay, and you will handle all of those things. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
we'll handle everything.
Very, very much. Thank you, Beth and David, for going through that process. I know it's a little rocky when we are on Zoom and have to read small letters coming through on chat messages, but we did it, so thank you.
And it's a bummer there are only 3 of us too.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But we had more nominations this year than ever since I've been on the commission, so that's encouraging, and people are engaged, and I think that's what it all means, right? That's the whole point. Okay, now we are going to go into our subcommittee reports, and they are not named in the agenda, but I believe that the most high priority report should be from the subcommittee, which is Beth and David on the forum. So I'm
It's
going
listed
to
on my agenda as B for 15 minutes. So.
Oh, B. Yep. Sorry.
I'll roll with that.
Yep. There you
Yeah,
go. That's
so
why
I'll
it gets the
take
priority.
lead with that. Again, the theme is changing Calabasas yards and gardens to meet the new era of water scarcity. And David and I have been working hard at finding speakers, and we both have a lead. We divided it up. So I reached out to Las Virgenes Municipal Water District and didn't hear anything back. I think the first contact I got was no longer an employee there, and then I tried someone else. And eventually I went to Alicia Weintraub, who was very useful in connecting myself and David with her potential speakers. So she connected me with Michael McNutt at the Las Virgenes Municipal Water District. He has worked there for 5 years. And before that, he was like Director of Public Affairs and Sustainability in Palmdale and Principal Public Affairs Representative. So it's been his career for at least 8 years. And he offered to speak at our meeting. So we can extend the invitation with him, at which point I would then secure his time frame. It's about 15 minutes and what he needs and get going on that. At this point, I've told him, thank you so much for your willingness to come. We will commit soon. So hopefully we'll be able to figure that out today when we all vote on who we're going to have speak. And then Alicia also helped David connect with tree people. So this guy, Kevin Gaston, he's the deputy director of Tree People, and he volunteered to come. He also said that they just hired the Native Garden Kit program manager, which is a new program that he did describe to our commission a few months ago, and that they could attend to speak at our program, as well as our other lawn to landscape efforts that Tree People is a part of. Lawn to landscapes in quotes. So he wants to know if there's any materials other than the PowerPoint that he would need to be prepared with. So he said either himself or, he would come. And then, sorry, out of order, going back to Michael McNutt at the Water District also said he might send Alexa Hendricks, who typically does the outreach events like that. So we would have either one of them come. Those are the two speakers that we have right now. Does anyone have any other ideas of speakers you'd like to see?
I'm sorry, before we move off of two speakers, so when you mentioned to them 15 minutes or so, was that enough time for them? Did they make any comment about time frame?
There was
that they
no
needed?
comment back about time, if that would be. I purposely kept it just kind of informational. Nothing specific yet.
Okay. So it seems like a reasonable amount of time, 15 minutes. But I mean, I was just, if somebody had said, I need, X amount of time, that sort of gives us an idea.
Right.
Okay.
At which point no one said anything, but if they do, I guess we have to work within the time frame. Because then there'll be Q&A at the end, which is also, I wanted to talk about the moderator. As well. So, but focusing on the speakers first, how does that sound?
Well, both speakers sound amazing. So,
okay, great.
Excellent work. I mean, I really think, and I mean, it's so great for the Tree People because they now have this new program that they're, focusing on native plants. So I think that they're both perfectly suited for the topic. Was there a third potential out there?
I mean, David, your hand's up. Do you want to speak?
Yeah, that's okay. You can go ahead.
Go ahead.
I actually think it would be the best person might be someone from the city, quite honestly. And I was going to ask Alex or Alba, somebody who could maybe speak to, because the city is actively changing, putting in purple pipes, and there are
like
people,
Alba, you said earlier in her
yeah, I mean, quite honestly, I mean, no, I don't want to obligate anyone, but I'm curious what Alex and Alba's feelings are about having somebody who is local and because the other thought was horticulturalists or people who do this professionally, but I think a city person might not feel quite as salesy, like they're trying to sell anything. They might just be more informative. But anyway, that was my thought.
Yeah,
that would be a good.
We feel so excited.
A good third person on the panel.
And also to kind of complement the theme, which is what is the city doing? Because here we are bringing forward, private, homeowners and residents, how they can do it. Because like even Mary Sue mentioned something the other night about changes that are happening. And I think that informs the attendees that it can be done. And this is how the city's doing it. So again, putting Alba and Alex on the spot, would there be an opportunity to explain what the city is doing as one of the presenting spots?
I believe the best person who can speak at this forum is our landscape district manager, Heather Melton.
Yes.
That has done so much with the city in the past. When she was a contractor, worked with Venco, she was engaged with all city activities. And now she is the city's landscape manager, handling all HOAs, city parks, city medians, and everything that goes throughout the city. When she has her hands in everything. Even the creek restoration, she was an active member, and every year she maintains the creek before Earth Day celebration. If you want a third speaker, I think she is a good person to speak. And she's also a landscape architect in addition to her profession.
Perfect.
I think
Yeah.
she can fill in. That's definitely
Yeah.
good
And
addition.
I think that's David bringing it up was great, and Alex's suggestion is perfect. And also, we can, control the timing with that. So if somebody really did need more time, we could, we have our own built-in person to help them. With those three people, I think that is a very strong subject matter experts, and they come from different places. And so I think that really works. So I would agree that those are the way to go.
Do we need to do a formal vote?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to vote for our speakers for the 2023 forum, one at a time. So
I'll second that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Alexa Hendricks or Michael McNutt from the Water District.
Wait, can I just, since you've already seconded and kind of discussion, is it possible to just amend this and rather than putting the name in it? Because if the Water District person, heaven forbid, gets COVID the week before, or if
Right.
staff
I see
person,
what you're saying.
Can we just say one person from Tree People, one person from Water District, and one person from the city?
I'm comfortable with that.
Trust these organizations to monitor them, to get someone there. Is that, Alex, does that work for the city? Like if
it works, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
do you want to take the voting lead, Tracy?
yeah, I'm making notes. So, I vote yes for the Las Virgenes Metropolitan Water District.
Yes.
I as well.
Aye.
Okay. Tree People, I
Aye.
vote yes.
Yes.
Unanimous.
And then I'm going to say city representative.
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay. This is an excellent group of presenters. So
yes.
Fantastic. All right. Beth, you still have the floor?
Yes. Now we also have some people who want to have tables, assuming we can do it in person. If we did the city of the, what was the event? Speaker of the
State of the City?
State of the City in person. I would hope we could do something this important in person. So the tables along the outside, should there be protocol for who we let have a table, or do we just let people with the best of our discretion have one?
You mean in terms of what they would actually be representing?
Yeah. Because like Noah, who had to leave, said, am I allowed to sell plants? So like, can we just say yes? Do we need to know what they're doing with the money? If it's at an event we're doing, how does that work? Alex.
Normally, the agencies that have a speakers, they also have a table. So
Okay, so no matter what, those are 3 tables.
Yeah, those 3 tables are going to be there. And if any other agency or nonprofit or for-profit want to have a table, we allow them. We did 2 different ways in the past. When we had the solar panel forum many years ago, there were so many solar companies that wanted to have a table that I told them they have to pay $100 per table, and they did.
Great.
So we raised some money out of that.
Great.
In any other time other than that, we just allowed people to have a table for free.
How many tables can we typically have?
We can put a few tables inside the founders hall. If we have too many, we let them have table outside.
Okay.
So for the solar panels, we had about 15 tables outside. So we couldn't fit everybody inside. In some other times, we just fit everybody inside. Depending on how many people show up, we can squeeze up to 5 tables inside the founders hall and more outside. So we'll leave it open.
And Alex, can I was just going to say exactly what you just said that I think, Alex, you were the one who came up with the idea of charging. I thought that was a stroke of brilliance.
Right, it was just one time that we charged.
Yeah, that was great, because in the past, exactly what he said, it was community organizations and it were resources. But
Right.
I think, just to make it easy on the commission, my recommendation would be that you leave it up to the discretion of staff to make sure that these organizations are legitimate or are community service or whatever. And in the past, when we had 6, 8, 10 tables, one of them was Roots and Shoots, and or some student organization. They did sell plants. It was a fundraiser for that organization, and it was great. I think I would encourage that again.
So, thank you, David. So, the timing of this is very close to Earth Day, and we generally are reaching out at that point to various people that would, be a part of Earth Day. That's one of the other things. So, will this be handled in the same respect? Like, they would need to fill out an application, they would need to be approved, or that type of thing, because they are going to be on city property?
We don't have any protocol regarding tables, but we can establish one if the commission wants to do so.
It seems better not to, because it will seem like they might get tired and not want to show up to Earth Day, right, JC? Is that kind of what you're
Well,
saying?
yeah, I'm concerned about the closeness of it. I think that we can offer the tables out, and then, I mean, it's just a commitment thing. So if they fill out a piece of paperwork, then they know they're going to show up and take the table, and they're taking it seriously, so that we don't reserve a table for somebody and then they just don't show. So maybe in the process over the next, and again, we're reaching the holidays, so it's hard to get commitments, but in the process of getting people on board, we can see how much interest we have, right? So, and then determine the best way to proceed. I mean, if we have 50 people that want to do it, then lucky for us, right? We definitely have 3, right? We'll have the 3, we'll have Roots and Shoots, that's 4. So,
and then my subcommittee, Calabasas Smart Plants, will have one.
Right. And I'm sure that, people like Melina Watt and Watts, people like that are already, and Poison Free Calabasas will already want to do that. So I think we have a good handful of people. So I guess we'll just put it out there and see what we get back. So
great.
Lux?
I just want to ask for Roots and Shoots. Like, me and Noah talked about it a bit, about how it would be like a fundraiser for a club. And so would there be something where we need to fill something out through the city to get a table reserved?
No, there is no such a thing. As long as you just send an email that you want to have a table, that's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in. I mean, we have a relationship, and we hear what's going on with you.
Speak for your character, yeah.
So
we normally ask our student members to reach out to science teachers to make sure that students that attend the forum receive an extra credit.
That's already happened, Alex.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's happened. Lux, just make sure you guys bring a sufficient number of succulents. Last time that the students did this, they sold out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have like a variation of native plants to sell or something like that.
Yeah.
Great. So
that's great to know that we can all kind of take that. And if any of you hear someone or meet someone or can think of someone who wants a table, feel free to reach out to them and just send us their information, and we'll keep the record of all that so we can have that organized. And then I missed November 1st meeting, so there was some talk about a moderator for it. I know David had some ideas, and then Alex said potentially it's typically the chair. So
yes.
Yeah, it can be the chair, or we could invite someone. Do you want to do it, JC? Would you?
Yeah, I mean, that was what my understanding was, and I am very open to doing it. And it would be good because I've been involved with it since the beginning, obviously. And then I would do introductions, we would do the Q&A. I would hope that we'd be able to get a microphone so that we can hear what people say from the crowd. That would be my thing, and just actually to help the event move along. So, I mean, I think that works.
Okay. That sounds good. So I know David won't be there. I'll be there, so I can help behind the scenes, however you need.
And you can also participate in the live part of the event. I would love that. I think that's the fun part. And obviously Lux and Noah as well. We'll figure out roles. I think it would just show the commission's involvement, and I think that works. And David, you will not be there? Is that a for sure?
It is for sure. I have, with all due respect to, again, I'm working very hard on it. I can't wait for it to be successful, but I am a lifelong Golden State Warriors fan, and I have been gifted tickets to see my Golden State Warriors that night. So as hard as I tried to get them to switch the night, Steph Curry was trying to help me out, but unfortunately,
but you've been crucial in the planning and helping me figure this out.
Yeah. You know what? Everything I've wanted is already done. There is an event. I love the topic. I love that there's a forum. I love that the students are involved.
Right.
It's in good hands. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of work to do leading up till that evening for all of us. I hope that the subcommittee will allow me to help out from behind the scenes if you need me to. I know I already presented an outline. One of the big things that we need to do now that we have determined who the actual presenters are is to work with the city and the design and communications department so that they can create sort of the marquee flyer. And this flyer is then used as the vehicle to go out through the newsletter, through social media. It's the official look and feel of the event. So Alex, you had mentioned that we needed that. What do you need from us at this time that since we're all on the call, that we can give you in order to get the communications department started on that? Because that's something we want to do in December so that we are hit the ground running after the new year.
Right. We definitely need the name of the speakers, definite name confirmed. It's good to have the agency name, but the person's name is important.
Is there a contract I send them, or how do I confirm them? And do they get anything for coming?
Oh, it's just an email confirmation that they are going to be attending. If you want, you can CC me and Alba on your emails, so we are in the loop of that communication. Just receive a confirmation that they will be there on that day, on that time. And then I'm going to ask the media department, the communication department, to create a flyer and start promoting it. But every commissioner should promote it through their Facebook page, through their Instagram, Nextdoor, whatever means that you think. And we are going to publish the flyer in the Acorn and also in Calabasas Enterprise at least 2 times before the meeting. So we will reach out in any way we can.
Okay. So Beth, one of the things they get is the promotion of their name on this communications program, this communications campaign. And we do want logos. And so I would assume, Alex, which you will let us know if the communication department needs, I would assume a JPEG or something like that, so that they could print it. And then once the flyer is done, if you give that back to us in PDF, then we can then utilize it on Facebook and throughout our email communications, that type of thing. So
yeah, we are going to put all 3 logos on the flyer. So it's going to be a 3 agency activity rather than just, and we ask the same agencies to promote the event as well.
Do we do an RSVP so we have some idea of who's coming, or no?
No, we just leave it open. We will order banners. We are going to hang banners at 3 different locations in the city. Banners are very effective, much more than probably newspaper ads, but we will do everything we can to get the word out and bring more people to the meeting. Hopefully it's going to be in person. Yes.
Right. Okay. So you'll let us know if there's more info that you need in order to finalize that communications piece. Okay.
Sure.
I just want to say thank you to Beth and David for formulating the plan and for the speakers, because again, I think they are right on for the topic. So thank you so much. Does anyone else have anything else on this particular subcommittee topic? Okay. Are there any other subcommittee reports on our other committees that anyone would like to bring forward? Okay, let's go. Beth's already did that one, so let's start with David.
Oh, I just wanted to say with regard to the climate action subcommittee that Andy and I are on, we have not heard back from anybody, and the gentleman that presented last meeting. So I'm not really sure, but I talked to Andy earlier, or texted with Andy earlier, and neither one of us have heard anything more. We're not really sure what our next steps are. So I'm not sure, Alex, if you have any more guidance than we do. Or if I were supposed to reach out to them, because we're an advisory board. We're not, it's a city council has asked environmental commission to be involved. And so that's why we formed the subcommittee, but we don't know what capacity we're supposed to be. Remember, there was some discussion about possibly an RFP or some other things. And so
regarding the RFP, I forwarded the commission the email from the city manager that the city staff would handle the RFP. But as soon as a new consultant is selected by the city council, then the subcommittee can start working with that consultant. At this time, the current consultant is just developing the RFP. They are not going to be responsible for developing the climate action plan. So the bulk of the work is going to start after the new year when the city council selects the right consultant. I don't think the RFP has been released yet because of the elections and turnover in the city council. So it will be probably released beginning of next year, and then we go from there.
Perfect. That's what we figured as well. But I just wanted to give that report that it's not because of the subcommittee. We're ready to go. We just hadn't gotten any marching orders yet.
That's correct. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Beth?
Yes. It's out of order, but I hope it's okay. Am I free to reach out to the presenters now? We don't need to pass this to the city council, like our presenters?
No, the city council, the commission has the full authority after the title is approved to proceed with the forum.
Great.
With the help of whatever help you need from the staff, please let us know.
Okay, thank you.
We will work hand in hand to make this a successful forum.
Thank you. So the event is called for 7 p.m.?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. So what time? 6:30?
No, we start sharp at 6 p.m. regardless of.
So what time should we tell the presenters to arrive?
15 minutes early. And they have to send in the PowerPoint presentation ahead of time so we can set everything up in person. And then tables should be ready by 5:30.
Yeah.
They have to set everything up, have their names and table covers, everything ready by 5:30. Many people get in there before the meeting at around 5:30, 5:40. So we need to be ready to welcome people. And normally we need to have 1 or 2 commissioners stand by the door and greet people. So that's very important to greet everybody who comes in.
So let me take a step back here, because each of these presenters also is going to have a table. So 5:30 is not going to work. So the question would be, what time will we open the room? And
the room is open at 5 o'clock.
So if the room opens at 5, if they are coming with their materials, anyone coming with a table needs to be there at 5. Be done, set up at 5:30.
We provide the table.
No, to bring their materials for the tables, right? Be there at 5, be done by 5:30.
That is correct.
If they have a special compensation, like they need power or they need more time, then we'll coordinate, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they have to
Okay.
tell us in advance.
Okay, does that help with timing?
So much. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Just because I want to send
And
this
the
email
meeting
ASAP.
starts at 6 p.m. sharp, regardless of how many people are in the founders hall. And we end everything at 8, and we turn off the lights at 8:30. We cannot stand there until 10 p.m. because people are chatting. They can go outside, and I normally have to turn off the lights, close the doors, so people leave. They can wait outside and chat for as long as they want, but we need to go home. Yeah.
Right. Well, I think with 3 15-minute presentations and time in between and Q&A, I think we'll be able to work with that 2-hour time frame, no problem. And also allowing people time to be finished and go over to the tables, because obviously the people with tables want some time. So
great. Thank you for letting us go out of order. Then jumping back to the subcommittee reports, my subcommittee for the native Calabasas plants is kind of switching a shift to not being called native as much as smart plants. So that's based on books and people that have read, and we have made an Instagram page called Calabasas Smart Plants. So we're trying to use that as a platform to help. And we have a working document on that where we're all sharing ideas. So it's slow, but we're passionate, and there's community members, because recently there was an event through the city, like 4 classes, a 4-week class offered native plant and drought tolerant gardening. So they presented this there, and we got a few more people to meet us and share ideas. So it's there, slowly chugging along and ready to help and ready to support the forum, they said, however they can. So they'll have a table, and that'll be exciting.
that's excellent.
That's all I have for my subcommittee.
That's excellent. Okay, so the final item on this agenda item is recommendations for future meeting presenters. And I think that at this point, we don't need to make any, because our next meeting will be the Carl Gibbs Award meeting. So we will have, that will be the special presentation. And then we can talk at that meeting about bringing in other presenters after that. So I think we have a full plate of special presentations.
And by the way, if you know of anybody who can speak about the winners of Carl Gibbs Environmental Excellence Award, please invite them to come to the next meeting to speak about those winners.
Yes, exactly. To be, once they're notified, we could reach out to them and then say, is there anyone that they would like to bring to, to speak on their behalf? I think that that's a fair way to do it, unless anyone has a personal connection with either of these people and knows their partners, things like that, work partners, that type of thing.
If
I
you
don't
remember
personally.
last year for Fran Pavli, we invited 3 or 4 people to speak about
Right, exactly. Senator Stern and all that. But I don't personally know anyone, but maybe the winners have some people that they would like to have come speak on their behalf as well. So.
Great.
Okay. Does anyone have any closing comments? This was a very long and productive meeting, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for each of your contributions.
And I have one closing comment before
I
you
have one
go.
comment. Wait, I didn't get to my comment, but maybe you want your comment first, right, Alex?
Yeah, I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone. This is my last meeting as city rep. I'm retiring next week, so
No, you're not.
I am, yes. So Alba, who has been attending our meetings in the past couple of months, is going to be your new liaison to this.
No, Alex, you tried to retire before. No, we didn't let you.
This time is serious. So
wow.
yeah, so
wow, congratulations.
it was nice to work with everyone, and I enjoyed it in the past 18 years working with the commission, and hopefully Alba will do it for the next 18 years.
Alba, those are very, very big shoes, Alba.
Right.
I know, I am nervous, but I'm looking forward to it.
Right. Well, I just want to say, Alex, thank you so much. Your guidance has been so valuable, and I hope that we can live up to all of this that's been put in front of us and that you have sponsored and guided us. And Alba, we are so excited to have you. Thank you for sitting in for the last few meetings. And Alex, good luck and go have fun and get an RV and travel the country. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you do, best of luck to you.
Alex, you better be around next year because something tells me that there's going to be another nomination for a Carl Gibbs nominee.
Well, we will see.
So you better be back for that.
But I will be there on February to introduce Melina. Definitely, I will be one of those people.
Perfect.
Oh, great.
We got our first speaker. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps.
Well, thank you everyone for all your cooperation. And I hope that everything will go smoothly. And I told Alba I will be around. If you need anything, I'm just one phone call away. I live in Woodland Hills, so I'm not too far from here.
Okay.
So please call me if you need any help.
Just don't turn off your phone.
Don't disappear. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you most especially to Alex. And we will adjourn this meeting, and hopefully everyone will have a wonderful holiday. And if we see each other at the upcoming event, that would be great. And if not, then
Alex, will you be there? Will you all be there for the holiday party?
Yes.
I will be there this Friday, yes. As my last party, yes.
Oh, I wish I could be. I'm sorry to miss it. I'll be in Big Sur.
Okay.
Alex, I'll look forward to saying some things to you in person then.
Okay,
Thank you for everything you've given the city.
My pleasure.
You've been amazing,
In this
Alex.
commission.
I can't imagine it without you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.